You know what? Hustle culture told me I needed to grind nonstop. Hustle culture told me I needed to grind nonstop in order to see the success that I wanted to see, to have what I wanted to have in life, everything that I desired. Hustle culture taught me that I needed to sleep when I'm dead. Hustle culture taught me that if I wanted it bad enough, I will do whatever it takes at all costs. Hustle culture taught me that no matter what, under any and all circumstances, even if you're neglecting your own needs, even if you're neglecting the needs of your family, your loved ones, sometimes you have to let people go back for them later after you've made it to that level of success you're striving to achieve, and then life will be grand. Hustle culture will break you. Hustle culture is a lie. And I am totally unsubscribed because I believed in it. I believed in it early on in my early years of business. And what I can tell you for sure is that hustle culture is not for the faint of heart. And I believed in everything about it, all of the horrific messages that we heard. And I believed it until it one day broke me. And what I want you to know is that you do not need to subscribe to hustle culture or stay subscribed to hustle culture in order to reach the level of success that you are looking to achieve. Okay? That is a promise. You do not have to. Okay? So, this is going to be a video really and truly about the okay, just only me, right? Anything can happen on a video. What can I say? Did you see the leaf just like boop? You can have success, absolutely, without hustling and grinding your butt off. When I first started my business, Shared Visions by Katwa, my online coaching and consulting business, I was burning both ends of the candlestick. I was up dusk to dawn, dawn to dusk, round the clock working. I had forgotten to have fun anymore. I was becoming unrecognizable to my, at the time, wife. She had to remind me sometimes to live and be free and let's live life because I was so in the business. Everything was about the business. I was married to the business. She felt like I was cheating on her with the business. And in a sense I was, because it is everything I thought about night and day, day and night. Every aspect of it. How to make it work, how to reach the next level of success. What, next opportunity will we have? Which next speaking engagement? Which book are we going to write? Which JV partnership? Which this? It went on and on and on. Every aspect of it till the point of no return. And I stopped paying attention to the details of my life, and I realized, wait a minute, what am I doing? I am supposed to be creating a legacy that I can live within right now, not later, and one that I can leave behind for those that I love, when I am gone. But I'm not doing all of this work to lose everything that I've worked so hard to have. And I realized I didn't have to do everything. I didn't have to be it all and do it all to have it all. And I realized that a little too late, right? Because I ended up being divorced. I ended up with some health issues. I ended up being depressed. I ended up with some issues, that I'm not proud to admit. I'm not even fully comfortable talking about, not every aspect of it, but I've had a lot of setbacks and I've had a lot of issues. I've made some mistakes for sure. And so I just want you to know that the hustle is a lie. Okay? I know when you're young, especially, you feel like you have the stamina, the wherewithal, the determination, the grit. You really feel like, do it while you're young, do it now, give it all you got, go home or go hard. You believe in all of those messages. Sleep when you're dead, eat, don't hardly eat, don't take care of yourself, don't sleep. You feel like, you've got to stay up working around the clock, doing what you've got to do day in and day out to make it happen. And I am here to tell you it's not true. Okay? I've done it the hard way, and I've done it the easy way. And so a lot of that messaging, by the way, is not in alignment with our feminine energy. Okay? By feminine energy, I'm talking about, because those messages really came from men with a lot of testosterone, that hoorah, some of those speakers out there, and they just speak from the chest, and they tell you, if you want it bad enough, if you you want it, if you want it, you got to have it, want it as bad as you breathe, whatever. You heard the messages, right? And I can't even deepen my voice enough, but you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to give you an example of, that those messages come from what once upon a time was seemingly like a male-dominated world. Okay? For us women, though, who want to operate in our feminine energy and flow freely and fabulously in our feminine energy, that messaging is off. It is off. It doesn't serve us well. Right? So I always felt conflicted, because I felt like, well, who am I to say that's not the route to go, right? Who am I to say that, that you're not supposed to go about success that way, when you're hearing it from the very people who experience success, the kind of success you're aspiring to achieve, right? So you have Steve Harveys, and you have the Les Browns, and you have I'm trying to think of all the men, because other women are coming to my mind, because I know there's the Lisa Nichols, and there's the Dr. Sonia Stribling, and there's the, a lot of women, but a lot of us fell into that trap as well. Okay? And I'm just here to tell you that we never needed to listen to those messages. Ever. But we didn't know any better. So what did we do? Listen to those messages, right? So, E.T., that was the other guy I was thinking of. That's when I was, doing the voice. Gosh, that just tires me thinking of it, right? It's exhausting. But the moment I chose to not burn myself out, not exhaust myself, not go hard or go home, not sleep when I'm dead. I want to sleep nice and peacefully while I'm alive and well, and I want to take, I'm not a good napper, so I can't say I want to take naps, but I want to get my good night's rest. I want to get a good sleep. I want to eat well. I want to heal. I want to feel whole. I want to be happy. I want to do things that bring me joy, that light me up, that I'm passionate about. And it doesn't require you to follow those terrible messages that you've heard in hustle culture. So I decided when, I was starting to have some health issues, actually prior to me getting a divorce. And I was starting to feel a lot of joint pain because I was now living more or less a sedentary lifestyle. Sitting is the new smoking, in case you weren't aware. It's horrible for the body. And, I was sitting for so many hours. Even if I would get up and move around and go here and there and do things, it wasn't enough because I spent the majority of my time sitting. That was starting to cause a lot of pain in my joints, a lot of knee pain, hip pain. I already had chronic back pain from previous injuries, pre-existing conditions. And so my pain was then being exacerbated. So I had to get up and move around and find ways to stay physically active and, take walks and run through the trails and all the things that I could do to keep myself moving. But it was still never enough because I was always behind that damn computer, dealing with the business, doing business stuff. One day, as I was going through some hormonal changes and I was post-menopausal, hormones were crazy, okay? I went to the doctors because I had never had, and this is actually in my menopausal years, right before I got to my menopausal years, I think it was. Let me go back. It was the top of 20, it was in 2020. So I had just actually had not an operation, but a procedure that stopped the bleeding from the fibroids that I had had. I had had multiple fibroids, and fibroids, in case you don't know, it is a benign tumor that when I initially found out I had them, they were very small. It was nothing to worry about, and I wasn't having any problems, any pain, any associated symptoms. I was asymptomatic. They were there only because I only knew they were there because the doctor, my OBGYN doctor, examined me for my well woman exam. Why it's important for you to go, for us ladies, you in particular I'm talking to right now, if you haven't been, make sure you are taking care of yourself and you're going for your wellness exams. But I went for my well woman exam, right? We do that annually. And that's where she said, yeah, we have fibroids, right? And I was like, I'm sorry? She says, yeah, we have fibroids. I says, no, we don't know that. We don't know that. So when I first learned about it, she says, oh, don't worry about it, And I knew, I'd heard of fibroids. I never thought I would be a woman who had one, right? Had any. But at the time, it wasn't anything to worry about. They were very small. Well, as I was working, now that was some years back. As fast forward back to, 2020, or I guess it was about, let's see, what year did I have that done? Anyways, close to that time frame. I can't remember exactly right now, top of mind. I can't recall the exact date, but if I remember, I'll come back to it. But basically, I had been bleeding heavily, and I never have bled like that, even on my menses. And so it was just, I wasn't really experiencing pain, but I was literally hemorrhaging. Like, it was debilitating because I had to plan my life around these fibroids because I was bleeding so much. And so we could be planning a whole trip somewhere, a nice outing, a date night, just, whatever, going to a function, even business related stuff, just to find out that we ain't going nowhere because these fibroids are controlling my life and I am like bleeding so much. It would have been embarrassing because, yeah, you can wear the pads, you can wear the, all the protective stuff, but I was changing even that so frequently that I was not even able to enjoy myself because it's all I was thinking about. Oh my God, I think I need to go to the bathroom and change again. Like, so, and then if I'm wearing a really nice outfit, oh my gosh, am I going to have an accident? If they invite me on stage to do a panel interview or to talk to a crowd of people, am I going to bleed? Am I going to embarrass myself? You know what I mean? Is everybody going to know my secret? Like, it's crazy. Am I going to ruin the furniture I'm sitting on? Like, it was wild. So I had to do something, and then I ended up getting the procedure, and I hadn't had any problems since. But it was then that I realized, again, I didn't even know how bad it had gotten until it got so bad, right? Because again, I was not paying attention to the details of my life the way I should have been. I wasn't, going and living life and having a great time as much anymore. I was saying more no's than yeses. I was throwing shade at people who I'm like, gosh, all they do is party. They just want to have a good time all the time. I mean, don't they have any life goals? Don't they want to do more for their lives? Don't they want to be successful? Don't they want to have riches? Don't they want to be wealthy? damn, like I'm over here like killing myself to do the damn thing, and everybody's talking about let's have a good time and a good party. And I'm like, okay, but so many parties you can go to, and then you still got to get back to your reality. And if your reality is not looking like you want it to look, then you shouldn't be partying so damn much, right? You shouldn't be going on shopping sprees and eating out and traveling the world and seeing all the things and doing all the things. So I didn't agree. I didn't get it. I was like, no, you go and you have a great time. But while you're doing that, I'm going to be over here getting my first class life together. But so there was no balance. I always had a difficult time learning how to truly balance. I never mastered that. And so I learned how to blend instead. When I started to take, after that self-care sabbatical I had taken, and I just did a video talking about my story when I had to rebuild my brand, my business, my life after divorce. One of the things that I had to do, or decided to do, was, and I got distracted because I wasn't sure okay, I guess he's cool. Okay, I wasn't sure if he was playing or if he was serious. Somebody had fallen over there. Okay, they're just playing. Okay, Miss Nurse, I gotta check. I gotta make sure everybody's okay. Do I need to do CPR? Gotta go assess the scene? We need to call 911. What's going on? So, I forgot where I was at, but basically, I think it was just saying that I don't know now, but I had to, I just had to really figure out what was important to me again. What was fun to me again? Why am I taking life so seriously? Why am I not doing, I said, okay, so I remember now, holistic approach. I needed to learn how to integrate things in my life, right? So if I was doing something business related anyways, why couldn't I have a great time before or after or during, and so I live by that philosophy now. So I don't always like to mix business with pleasure necessarily, but what I do is I say, well, okay, like right now, I have to do a live stream here shortly, and I also need to do my videos, and so my pre-recorded videos for my YouTube channel. So why not go ahead and go outside, get some sunshine, get some vitamin D3, right? Come by the lake. This is my haven here. This is my heaven, my little slice of heaven. Feel the sun rays, let that penetrate through my skin and let my cells soak it up and talk to you. And I can, walk around and get my walk on and get some exercise in, physically move my body. This is a peaceful time for me. This is a tranquil place to be. There's life out here, right? You hear the birds chirping and flying by and playing. You see the ducks moving in the water, and playing and quacking and, having a good time. You see the kids riding bikes. You see the school bus dropping them off. You see, parents, somebody walking or running, with their child in the stroller. You hear cars going by. The sky is beautiful and blue and clear for the most part. You see the panoramic view of the mountains, and it's like, why not enjoy this while I'm also doing something business related, but fun, because it should feel fun. It should feel fun and casual to have these conversations with you. It shouldn't feel like a chore, like, I gotta do another video. Oh my God. It should feel like, man, I feel so good to empower other women. I want to come and share my story. I want to help somebody today. I want to give a good message, a good word. That's what it should feel like. So the sun's kind of shifting, so I'm going to shift with it so I'm not blinded by it. So you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by blending or integrating. And that's just one example, right? Now, when I'm done with my videos and my live stream and all of that, I will also, maybe listen to a podcast, audio book, and go on a nice stroll, right? I will go, read a nice book in my backyard. I will, I'll do something that's stimulating, that feels good to my soul, that feels relaxing and therapeutic, but it's also helping me along as far as my professional and personal development, right? It's also helping me to elevate. It's helping me to grow, right? To evolve. And so this is all a part of being committed to your transformation. So that's really what I wanted to share with you today, is that I know what hustle culture teaches us. And I know it's so easy to buy into that, because when we don't know another way, especially those of us who are women of color, brown-skinned women, right? We this is where we come from. We don't know of any life that gives us anything with ease without working hard for it. You know, we wear that like a badge of honor. We wear that S on our chest. We think we are oftentimes Superwoman or the superhero or the superhero, right? We feel as though we've got to do everything for everybody, and then we get to us last, later. You know what I mean? Not right now, later. Right now we don't have time. We don't even have the energy or the capacity or the time for ourselves, right? Because we run out of steam and we're running on fumes because we've done it all for everybody else. But what about us? We matter too. We matter too, you know? So I just wanted to leave you with that today. Anytime you are ready to leave the burnout behind, stop exhausting yourself, stop overworking yourself, stop taxing yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, in all the ways. Take care of you, boo, because you deserve it. You deserve so much more, and nobody's going to give it to you the way you will. You've got to pull away, unsubscribe, just say no, like you just say no to drugs. We learned that when we were kids. Say no to hustle culture. Say no to working yourself to the bone. Say no to hospitalization. Say no to joint pain and musculoskeletal issues. Say no to sleep when you're dead. Say no. I gotta eat. I gotta sleep. I gotta rest. I want to embrace ease. Say no, because you're at a stage and in a phase of your life where it should feel and be easier. Guess what? You have to design it that way. You. Okay? You. So that's all I have to say today. I hope this has been valuable for you. If so, be sure to share this out with 3 people you know. Make sure you subscribe, okay? And click the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode whenever I go live or drop a new video. And I go live every single day. And by the way, I have another video that's going to be coming up here soon where I'm going to share with you exactly what I am doing differently to grow on YouTube, because this is a new part of my strategy and there's something new I'm doing this year. And I want to help as many people as I can, even as a small channel, a small YouTuber, creator, business owner, leveraging this platform to win big this year, okay? So as I'm learning and growing, I want to help you learn and grow. So that's what I will be doing. So catch me anytime, any day of the week. I do a series called Daily Dose of Vitamin D3. So you can catch me live there every single day as of this recording, okay? At least for the next 90 days. We'll see how it goes past that. Anyways, I'm going to tune out while you tune in. Be sure to watch the next video that YouTube recommends. As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.